Hello, Trifunctional here, hanging out in the Minecraft Initium series. Welcome back. I'm having an awesome day, and I hope you also are having an awesome day. And I am just hanging out on the automatic villager food farm that we created last episode. As you can see, the entire farm is completely planted with the carrots, and so it is fully functional. And if we're lucky, we might actually see this guy throw some carrots to the other villager. He just got done throwing some carrots, so he's a little bit busy harvesting and replanting at the moment. But you see, he keeps looking back at the other villager. He really wants to go help him out and throw the carrots. Now, while we are waiting for him to path over there, we'll go ahead and talk about what our plan is for today as well. And the plan for today is to expand our sugarcane farm. Our dark room mob sweeper farm down there is working great. We're getting a ton of gunpowder, and so we have that one half of the equation for our rockets. Now we have the sugarcane farm that we set up in one of the earlier episodes, but it's not producing fast enough for what I would like. And I also, so we're going to expand it and make it bigger so that we produce more. And I also went into my creative world and played around with it, and I think I have a way to make it more efficient as well. So we'll discuss that in a little bit also. And so you see, he is here. He's thinking about throwing some food to the other villager. Oh, he changed his mind. But when he walks away over the stone pressure plate here, it gives a block update to that block right there, which doesn't have enough light for the crop. And so it breaks that crop, and then that causes this villager to come over, path over here to replant that square. And when he's in the area replanting that square, he notices the villager is hungry up there and then tries to throw carrots to him, which they end up getting into the water stream instead, and then dropping down into our water stream that leads down below to our villager breeder. And I have that water stream system all set up as well. I actually got started on the second layer in between episodes as well. I am just about finished with this layer. This is going to be a potato layer that we're setting up here. I just plugged that upper part because too much light was getting in down below, and it kind of broke that bottom layer for a moment. But I figured out if I plug that in the meantime while I'm still finishing this up, it went ahead and fixed that bottom layer farm. And then this is obviously just a little bit of a staging area while I am working on the automatic food farms here. But let's go ahead and head down the ladder, and let's see if we can stop without falling to our doom. So you can see I have a water stream. This leads to the hole in the center of the farm where the crops are being thrown down. And yep, I fell. A little bit of a heart in the throat type situation. Anyways, so the crops fall into that hole. They get pushed by a water stream down into this long pipe leading all the way down. And let's see if we can get down a little bit faster. Maybe without dying. Alright, there we go. And then that water stream down here picks it up, and it is connected to our villager breeder. And then we do also have the excess storage where the carrots will path around to if the villagers' inventories are full and they don't want to pick up the carrots. So that system is coming along nicely. That's going to work out well for our future villager breeding needs, as well as stockpiling the crops that we're going to be creating up there as well. Now, taking a look at this, the line on the left here, that's where the items fall, so that's going to stay there permanently. The water elevator on the right, that's going to be removed after we get all three layers set up and get all the villagers up there that we need. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the output from our mob sweeper over here. You can see I added in a second chest to both sides because we have so many items coming in. We have plenty of rotten flesh, gunpowder, bone, string. So we're going to be well off on all of these items for the foreseeable future. And our overflow chests aren't quite full yet. So at the moment, I'm just kind of adding additional hoppers and chests as these fill up. In the future, we'll create a way to get these to pump the items directly to our storage room that we'll create. And we'll have like item filters set up so that we separate the items out nicely into their individual chests. But yeah, as you saw in those storage chests, we have plenty of gunpowder, so we're going to enhance our sugarcane farm so that we have plenty of the sugarcane. That way we can make it into paper to sell to villagers, and also to sell to villagers for emeralds, also to sell to the librarians to advance their trades and gain access to the enchanting books, because our ultimate goal for several episodes has been to get to a mending book. As a side note, while we're by the cactus farm, this is almost full again, and I took about half of this chest out and went and ran it through the super smelter for dyes. So this cactus farm is working out great. Now, as far as the sugarcane farm is concerned, as it stands, the way that we have it set up, when any of these sugarcanes get to 3 high, it activates the observer block, which activates the redstone line across the back, and that fires all of the pistons in the line here. And so that breaks all of the sugarcane, and so that's not as efficient as it can be. The way that I have it figured out from my creative world, we're going to be able to set up so when one sugarcane stock gets to 3 high, it'll fire only that piston and break that one sugarcane stock, and the rest will be able to continue to grow. And so it might not increase efficiency a whole lot, but this is Minecraft and we want to be as efficient as possible. So I think it'll be fun to upgrade it, and while we're at it, we're going to make sure to plant more sugarcane. And I have it planned out in a style where we'll be able to stack it on top of each other too, and make a tower out of it and expand it infinitely higher, essentially, until we reach the roof on the world. But I need to make up some pistons and some observer blocks. It's a really simple build that I have figured out here. It's just going to use double the amount of observer blocks and double the amount of pistons to get set up here. So I'm going to get some materials made up, and then I'll bring you back and we'll work on improving our sugarcane farm here. And we're back, team. So I gathered up some supplies. I gathered up some pistons and some observers, some glass, and some stone bricks. That's what we'll use to start off with here. Now, I wanted to come over to the pumpkin farm here to kind of show you what I'm basing this design off of. Let's break a couple of blocks here. So, the way that this works is when the pumpkin appears on this square, the observer block fires, hits this piston, which grabs this observer block, drags it over, and that activates this bottom piston to break the pumpkin. So that is similar to the design that I have for the sugarcane farm, but not quite the same because we're working with a 3 tall plant instead of just the bottom floor there. But it's actually nicer because it doesn't need a sticky piston, it just needs a regular piston on the top as well. So let me go ahead and break some glass and get in here so that I can show you how one of these modules will work. And yeah, the other nice part about this is it is very modular. I'm going to just go ahead and break all of this redstone while we're at it so that these aren't firing while we're doing this, and we won't actually need that redstone either, which will be nice. So we can actually break those too. Let me go ahead and get just a little bit more room. Alright. So rather than having the observer block observe the sugarcane from this spot, we're actually going to have it observe the sugarcane from up top. And so let's go ahead and replace this observer block right here. And nope, that's backwards. And when you're placing an observer block, it's easy to tell which way is the right way and which way is the wrong way. Now, I know that my texture pack makes it look a little bit different than vanilla Minecraft, but in vanilla Minecraft, the observer blocks still have kind of a face on the front. But you can see how it forms like a face. There's the eyes there. That's the side that's observing the block. And on the back side, on mine it shows a square, but on the vanilla it shows kind of like a red oval. That's where the actual redstone activates, is on the back side there. But let's go ahead and get up here so that we can place it the right way. So we'll just look down and we will have it face down. So now once the sugarcane grows up to that level, it'll observe it and activate this piston that I'm about to place. And we want the piston to be facing the back side here. And then we're going to use a second observer block to activate this piston, and we want this one to be facing up. And yeah, you see when I just placed it, it activated the piston and broke that sugarcane. But the general idea is once the sugarcane grows up to this third level, it activates this observer block, which activates this piston, which once it fires out in front of this observer block, it causes an update, which then fires the bottom piston. So if I go ahead and, I don't know, place a block here in front, you can see that it fires. Let me see if I can do that from a little bit further back. And I'm going to need to sleep to prevent spawns. But so keep an eye on the top piston and then the bottom piston. You see this one fired that top piston, which fired this one, fired the bottom piston. And so, yeah, the nice part is it just fires the one section, and so then as the each individual stock grows, it'll be able to grow to its full potential before the individual piston breaks it. So that's the idea. We're going to replace all of these observer blocks in the same fashion, get this individual cell set up. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it around in kind of a square fashion so that we have all of the pistons and observer blocks on the inside, and then just around the outside we'll see the glass and the sugarcane growing. I think that'll look nice. And then we'll be able to, after we get the 4 sections on the base set up, we'll be able to actually grow up as tall as we want until we're getting the output that we really want with this sugarcane farm. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of progress, and then I'll bring you back once I have a little bit to show you. Alright team, so we're back with a little bit of a progress update for you. As you can see, I've wrapped around one corner with another layer of the 9 sugarcane that we have set up there. And go ahead and, oh, sure, he's just gonna light me on fire. Come on. How rude. Just for that, we're gonna take out your buddy. Oh, he has flame arrow on his bow. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. Shiny thing. Anyways, so we got another layer of this setup. Looks like I actually, when I was digging underneath, I broke that sugarcane, so I'm gonna have to get that replaced. And we are going to wrap around all 4 sides here, and then we'll just continue to build up. Now, down below here, the idea is we'll have the hopper minecart go all the way around in a circle, and then it will hit the solid block that we have here. Now, I didn't finish this side because I ran out of gold once again. Again, we're going to need to do a gold farm in the future. Even though gold farms seem like kind of a hassle to set up, I've been looking at tutorials for several different kinds. Now, in order to get the gold for the powered rails that I've laid down here, I actually went mining earlier today. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of going mining, which is funny because I'm playing Minecraft. But to get the gold that we'll need for the rest of this, I think rather than going mining, I'm going to go ahead and try going into the nether and just killing a bunch of zombie pigmen. Because they tend to drop gold nuggets and gold swords, and we don't want that egg. Time for the Incinerator 5000. Alright, good enough. So yeah, we're going to go into the nether, and I'm going to kill zombie pigmen for the gold that we need. We'll just smelt up whatever equipment we get from them. I think we'll go this way so I'm not falling off the bridge that we made. This could be a horrible idea. I might get surrounded and end up losing my life, but it should be interesting nonetheless. So, the nice part about this, oh, there's already a gold nugget. Nice part about this is this should aggro the zombie pigmen in the area and make it so that I don't have to go to them, they'll come to me. But yeah, I'm gonna kill zombie pigmen for a while, get some gold, and then I will bring you back once I have enough to finish our project. First, maybe I should see if I die. That might be interesting. Alright. Oh, this might have been a horrible idea. Run! Alright. Eat some food. I got a health potion on me, so we're good. It's those baby pigmen. The hitboxes are so small and they're so fast. Alright. Oh, and we're getting some XP for this too. This is probably gonna destroy my armor. Alright. 30 gold nuggets already. Yeah, this is totally gonna be the way to go to get some gold, I think. Now that divides into 9, so we have 3 gold bars so far. So, theoretically, if we get... Oh, this guy's angry too. I mean, if we get one set of 6 gold rails, or powered rails, then that should at least be able to allow us to finish the bottom layer. And then I can just demonstrate the second layer and how it'll stack with regular rails. It won't actually be functioning until I get enough gold to put powered rails on the other layers as well. But yeah, that should work out. Anyways, I'm going to continue fighting the zombie pigmen for a little bit and gather up some gold, and then I will bring you back to continue the build. And we're back, team. So I'm just about finished with the bottom layer here. I did kill enough zombie pigmen to get the gold to finish up the powered rails on the bottom side here. And you can see the hopper minecart is going all the way around to collect all of the sugarcane. Looks like there's some extra items in there to collect. Now, one change that I did make when I was off camera here is I noticed that one of the sugarcane over here kicked up onto the piston that we have here, and I don't want that to happen. I want this to be a lossless farm. So what I went ahead and did is I covered the pistons with a layer of glass in between the observer block and the lower piston here. And so you'll notice once I place the sugarcane in here that it actually fires the piston twice because of that. Now that's fine if it fires the piston twice. It's still working the same general way that we want with just the single piston firing. So I'm not exactly sure why it fires twice with the glass in between there, but since it is still working how I want it to work, I think that is a good trade-off to make sure all of the sugarcane does fall down onto that grass where the hopper minecart can pick it up. Now, the reason why I brought you back before I finished up the last spot here is I just wanted to make sure to show you where I'm placing the water. In case you don't remember from the previous episode, I know it was quite a while ago when I first built this sugarcane farm. Where I'm placing the water is underneath the pistons. So it kind of hides it in there, and so we have the layer of water with the layer of blocks on top, and then we place these lower pistons. And then we have the sugarcane planted one block below the pistons so that we don't actually break off the sugarcane entirely once the lower pistons fire. There's always still sugarcane there to continue to grow. Now, the other thing I did is I did place a jack-o'-lantern in the center here. That way, we don't have to worry about any mobs spawning in the center of our tower that we're going to be building. And on every row, I did place a jack-o'-lantern in the center. That way, we are providing light to our sugarcane, and that way it'll continue to grow even if it is nighttime. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this last layer, and then I will go ahead and get started on the second layer. And I'm going to need to get some more gold to be able to finish all the powered rails for the second layer. So we won't quite complete that today. And I think that we'll start off with just the two layers for now and see how we're feeling as far as the amount of sugarcane that we're producing. And then we'll be able to expand upwards from there if we feel like we need the sugarcane to be producing faster. And even if we are producing sugarcane pretty quick this way, we still might have it, or we still might go up even higher just because I think this will look cool if we do just go all out and build it into a very tall tower. But as I've mentioned multiple times in this episode, we are going to need a lot of gold to be able to make that happen. So that's not going to happen quite today, but I'm thinking that we're going to be happy with the progress that we'll make today on the sugarcane farm expansions here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue working a little bit here. Alright team, so we're back. So I went ahead and I got a little bit of a demonstration put together for the next layer. Now, so as far as the next layer is concerned, we'd have rails running all the way around like we do on the bottom layer, and then the hopper minecart would unload into this hopper. Right now I had it set up with a hopper chain going all the way down, but I think what I might actually do is set up like a dropper facing down and then add a little bit of a redstone clock onto it, so that once the items are deposited into this hopper, they'll just go into the dropper, which will just spit them down like a tunnel to a hopper on the bottom there. I did set up a second double chest down there leading from the first double chest, so that we do have a little bit of overflow protection once this does start producing a lot of sugarcane for us. And now taking a look at this, I think I might play around with the green tinted glass like we're using in the automatic food farm up top. I think that might look better instead of just the plain clear glass. And we might also play around with some different textures for the brick wall that we have between the different sections as well. But yeah, I think this is going to work out nicely. I'm obviously going to do some more work in between episodes and get the second layer up and running after I go and collect some more gold. Killing the zombie pigmen in the nether was actually a pretty quick and efficient way of gathering gold, so that might be my method of getting gold in the future. Now, if you look at my durability on my armor, I did take kind of a beating while I was there. I'd really need to fix these boots before they break. They're getting close. But yeah, I think that I'm happy with the way that this design is shaping up for the sugarcane farm. And again, I'm going to put some more work into it off camera and get it fully functioning. But I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. It helps me out quite a bit. And if you're new and you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button below the video. That way you can see when the future content comes out. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you on the flip side.